Right, I think everything's set up, he says. I don't think I've forgotten anything. I think we're good. Alright. So, I'm going to bring this over to this screen just purely for ease of use. That's all done. Alright, welcome everyone to the stream this afternoon. Hope everyone's doing well. Right, today we are working mainly in 2 files and 2 files alone, he says. But he's also ready to change stuff a lot as well. Alright, so pretty much we're gonna near enough get rid of all of this. To just restart everything again. That is just everything up here, so... yeah, okay. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, that's right. Now, okay. Sorry, had to dust off the coffee quickly. So what I need to do here is also work out this. 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we have a grand total of 28 cards, which we're looking to try and put into the game today. Sounds fair enough? Right. The first of which is Haven's Light. So let's go towards Haven's Light. Here it is. Okay. So it's a spell costing 2. Hey, look at that. We're starting exactly on line 100. No target. Yep, that's good. Heal 3 health. Yeah, right. So we're changing quite a lot of the wording. And this now says heal all friendly characters for 3. I don't think we're going to have a full... no, we won't have a full stop at the end. That is now solved. There's no targets to choose from. So that is done. Now we just need to go over here. Right, for each thing on the board, if its defense is less than its base defense, then we're going to heal it for up to 3. And we're also going to do the same for our user's sorcerer. Okay. What I'll do, therefore, now is I'll make sure that one minion should be working as well, and we can test both of them at the same time. So... I'm going to set this to have an orange background. Then we want to just get myth working. Okay, so myth up here. So this is an aspect, correct. Keeper, 1 cost 1, 2. It is indeed. It has cluster 1. So cluster 1, good. That should be then, so find myth, that does this, okay. So there's only add cluster. Alright, so myth should be working then. So we just need to now populate every single deck with myths. So this is in index 10. So 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11. In fact, yeah, it's just going to be this, isn't it? So minion card 11. Okay. And we're going to add in utility 17. So we should therefore only get utilities full of Haven's Light and creature hands full of myth. Okay, let's try and see whether this works. This is one thing I did want to do today as well, actually, is... Well, let's first off do this. I wanted to get rid of the login stuff so I could just have guests. For now, though, I think this is okay. Right, so we have Myths and Haven Lights. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ha. Ha. Alright, confirm mulligan. So I worked out yesterday as well, at the end of the stream, if you were here, I was like, well, why is the rune not showing? And it's because I had a line of code that said if the turn is equal to number 1, and it's not equal to number 1 at the moment because we're starting with turn 6. So, yeah, that's the thing. Oh, that's a bug. Console. Client socket handler 348. Within 6 minutes of going live, I've already lied. Good start. Good start. So 348. Cannot set on click of null. So here. Oh, it's you again, isn't it? Oh, it's because this is saying util. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. Which is it trying to assign that? It must be the myth. So it's trying to assign this as playable, which on its own is a bug, but for now I'm going to fix it also. How? We're looking for util card or minion card. I suppose I really shouldn't just really shouldn't have that. So, if this is a thing, then we are going to set a variable here. Oh. Is equal to this. Else it's going to be equal to and here then what we're going to do is just put in card type like so, and then we're just going to say let card type be a thing. That should solve that, he says. I want to make sure that I get this right though. So I want to do this, and just instead of saying util, we'll say minion card. Okay, so let's back out of this game, because what that error made happen was it stopped us from rendering the other person's, well, an item on the other person's board, which I don't want to happen, but it did. That's a pretty bad hand. I get loads of them back as well. Alright, it's working now. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. Oh. Now we've got another issue. Console. Game.js 778. So, game.js 778. This is probably the same thing again. Yeah, I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's the same thing again. Yep. Oh no, it's not. Self-playable actions.length. So why does this trigger down here? But this here doesn't trigger an issue. Oh, okay, I get it. There we go. That solves that issue. Right, this should have gotten rid of this background as well on these. So I guess we need to wipe that as well here. Oh, did I break something? Apparently. What did I break? These the same errors? 829, 829. Okay, so game.js 829. Same error? Yep. Okay. So I think now that part should be okay. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. So let's go open new to do. Stop, no. Remove the playable green background color once both users have set their dual opponent, because that's currently not being done. Okay, I want to get rid of these here. Sweet, I think that's now working. I'm actually surprised that this whole part is working. I don't know whether this bit will. Oh, it did. Being surprised that your own game works. Yeah, that's the thing, I suppose. I just didn't expect it to be quite like that. So these all should give us like... Okay, so the cluster mechanic means that both users get one. I don't remember if it's 1 or 2 though. I can't remember if the cluster mechanic acts as an additional soul for each one. Assuming that it does, we would end up with 6 for both sorcerers here. It wouldn't have been 6 because we had 2 that wouldn't die. So there was a bug there. Well, there's not a bug there, there's an issue there. I think. So 4 minions with cluster 1 died, right? So why have we got 8 souls now suddenly? We had 3 versus 3. 2 attacked into each other. They both died. It would insinuate that the cluster mechanic is broken. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we've also got the issue, another issue here, right, okay. Spells are not being returned as playable during the board phase, and also cluster seems to be doing something funky when we should have... I'm still trying to work out how this happened. I imagine that somewhere we've just got a slight issue with this. Right. This is really quite low priority, that one. So spells just not being returned as playable is really odd. Like, we have enough souls now. So that would imply that our attempts to make this work yesterday have not been as fruitful as first anticipated. Is this why? Yeah, here's why. No, that's not why. They are either a util card or a minion card. Let's do a console log here. So both users should have ended up with a console log of... Okay, I think I know when that is, so that's actually fine. So we're never actually checking the playable minions when we open up the board here, or something along those lines. So if I then write here console.log checked playable utils, because if this gets hit, then it means that we've got playable utils just equal as nothing, which, whilst being wrong, makes sense if I've made an error. Actually, it might not have, because I might not have had any souls. Actually, no, we still should check. So we checked playable utils. I can't remember when that was, though. So that's a small issue. Right. So there we checked, now we checked playable utils at the start of the duel phase, which is fine. However, it has given us 2 myths, which is what's going wrong here. Yeah. So the thing that we need to do, if I go to here, this is happening since we are receiving that these minions okay, that will be why that is then. So let's attack these, end the duel phase, end the actions phase, attack, block. Yeah, both users ended up with 4. They should have ended up with 3. Because of the 2 cluster minions giving 1 each, and then the 1 that they both should have got from their own minion dying. Sorry, the opponent minion dying. Yeah. So there's an issue there. Oh yeah, no, there. Yeah, we're never calling into check playable here. Right, so there's the issue. I'm an idiot. That would be why. I was doing this in the dual phase part. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. Right, so the playable eye thing is working. Now what do we need to do here? Now actually this does say set as user facing, which is actually correct. So I think we're okay there. Here. Okay, I think this might be the issue. We're trying to get here something called card and then something. Now, if I do this, we've got util card plus that. So the issue here, and in fact here, is the fact that we're not actually calling this card. So we're going to do that same thing we done previously. So if this exists, then we're going to say card type equals and what we actually need to do as well here is put in here this should be util card. And then this should actually be just minion card here, so that we can definitely say, because we can definitely say that that is the case for the user spectrals. Okay. So let's refresh both of these pages, closing that. I need to do a bit of testing with these myths to just make sure that what I think is happening is in fact happening. Now our Haven's calls are still not being selected here. Why? $6.90. That's because of this. What is the problem here? It seems to be that our self-playable actions here are just not ever being double-checked, I suppose we could say. So... show board is being called here. Just going to check there's no obvious errors here. Otherwise, it's going to be a case of using this function here. The only thing I could think of is also that this allows spells isn't true when it should be. So that's one possibility. Oh, okay. No, never mind. I don't want to do this. I think this should be up here. As far as I know, I think that should be up there, and that's what's causing our bug here. Never mind. So something here is always triggering. Here. I think that's what I wanted to check. Right, so this bit's now working. Now these are all now always showing up. So what we also need to do is do an if statement. Here is say if user.handI.cost is bigger than user.sorcerer.souls return, and that will stop us from hitting into there. Crud. Okay. So I still need to check the whole minion thing as well. Yeah, so there is still an issue whereby we are not... Oh, I know that there's like a million calls to check playable. Right, but we need to do this. Okay. So we need to also allow minions. We need to do a check here for that. So here, and allow minions. And this. Okay. So we need to check that we're allowing minions, and we need to go through all of these cases. User playable utils. This is getting called in target selected. So I guess that this one... Oh, yeah. This one is false. Or is it? Show dual screen. Begin dual. I think I'm right in saying that this should be false. So when we start the turn, this is true. I don't actually think we'd use this anymore, but I'm going to... do this anyway. So at the start of the board phase, we are not allowing this, because otherwise we can play minions, which we don't want to be able to do. Action phase, action. Again, we want this to be false. Unless it's spectral. That's the point. Poop. Where are we? Here. So when we go... We need to check this in a sec. In fact, let's just go to check playable. If allow minions... or it's spectral, so user dot hands eye dot effect and user dot hands eye dot effect type is equal to spectral. Okay. So did this one get done? It did. So this is false, as is this. Okay. So now in server socket handler, we now need to copy this. Where is this? Spectral played. This should be a false. Wait, where did it go? There. Here. I think. Oh, right. At the time of searching, it wasn't. It was the correct line. I get it. This function is the same one. Skip dual set. That's false. Who? There's no one there. What? I don't know what you're talking about, EJ. What we need to... I think we get rid of this utils bit, right? We don't use that bit anymore. Thank you, though. Much appreciated. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Okay. I think I done did a fix. He says. My back? Damn it. I have no smart answers to that one. GG. Alrighty. Boop boopity boop boop. Boo. Go on then, myths. Show me that the bug is fixed, and I will be slightly more content with life than I was while they weren't working. But I make no promises. So we're still getting these as playable, which is very, very nice. And by that I mean, god damn it. Boop. Skip. Thanks, EJ. Hope it's a good class. Yeah! Did it! Boom! Now the only thing I'm confused about is that previously this wasn't working. No, previously the myths were being shown as playable. Weren't they? Which is weird. So if I try and play it, and break everything! Yes! I love it when I break everything by fixing something. Undefined. GameX 807. GameX 807. GameX 807. Action phase, action. So the user.hand position of action was what? Cannot get type of undefined. Well, aren't you annoying? I wonder if this is a client-side issue. Because if this is undefined, then that means that either the user.hand is undefined, which it isn't, or the position of action is ski-width, which is probable. Action phase, action please. Socket.emit. Yes, all of you. You're doing stupid things. ID. What were these? I need to wear my glasses. So it emits here ID null spell null. Seems useful. So this ID thing is the add action to array. Now that then means that this here, I think, yeah, position of target, we're just setting as null here. Why the hell am I doing that? Unless... how did I get here? Here then, add... oh, because it's a non-targetable spell. I reckon that's the issue. Right. So... how do we handle that? I wonder if this is server side that we need to actually sort something out here. What was the error? 807. I'm an idiot. 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 Okay, so we're looking at the position of action, not the position of the bloody... oh, that's so freaking stupid. Right. I see why this is an issue. So what we're doing here is we're popping the array. Sorry, we're popping the number off the end of the card's ID rather than searching for the ID, I believe. So I can verify that that is the truth. This is server side. No, this is client side, sorry. So add action to array. This.id, yeah. Let me think. This is interesting, actually. So if it has no target, it seems to be screwy. In that it doesn't get something right here. This is all to do with the changes to the card, the hand, etc. So I want to do a quick here, console.log position of action, because I want to find out what this is actually saying here. Shoot. Right, what I'm actually going to do then is just set each sorcerer here at the start to have 5 souls. And that'll make things a lot easier to test here for this particular spell. So here, yeah, we get util card 5. That's kind of interesting. So we can just pop it at D. I think I need to do this. Alright. Here was me thinking, hey, look, I can get into game design today. Wrong. It worked! I'm a genius! Basically. Kind of. Not really. But hey, I'm a genius! Woo! Okay. So. We can wind back this souls thing now. I want to find turn num. Yeah, this should just be set back to 0 now. Which means I can get rid of this urgent change check. Now, we have... This is done. So yeah, the cluster is broken. And I think this is fixed now. Let's have a double check. And I'm going to crash the server again. So let's load it up. Test, test. Oh no, I said my password out loud. Now everyone can get into the SoulSorcerers accounts. Okay. Good. Good. Alright, sweet. Everything is working, it looks like. Yeah. Alright, everything's working. The only thing that isn't working now is this whole cluster thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to clap then. Cluster. So the cluster effect is a little bit stuffed. So I'm going to close everything to the right of here and open new .todo. Oh, no. Open new .todo. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find cluster. So this is all about adding a cluster. Here we go. Game mechanics. Right. Cluster index equals minion ref dot effect type dot index of cluster plus 7. That cluster amount is this. Now I believe then I wonder if we call it twice. I wonder if this is being called twice. We can have a look now. Before I crash the server again, let's do it like this. Okay, so we need to kill these minions. Clustered 2, that's actually fine then. So what's happening? I think it's not this one that's being called. I think that's the bug there. And actually here as well. Yeah. I believe that was the issue. So what we were doing is whenever anything on the board died, we were passing it an op, which it was then assuming meant that we were meant to give the opponent a soul whenever something on the board died, which is not true. Now that bug with the green there was still present, which I thought we'd fixed. So mayhap we will have to have a look. No, we still got 4. We should get 3. So it must be from here then. Yeah, looks like it. So begin blocking. Wait, was this always an issue that I just never noticed? Or am I an idiot and they were actually meant to get a soul each? No, they're not meant to get a soul each, are they? I'm not French, apparently I'm Flemish now. Just going to insult every single nationality, apparently. Apparently I've always been a bit of an idiot and have done this wrong. Okay. Yeah. Pretty much. Oh. I think that's the main part of our issue solved. There we go. So now we're down to we're back at what we should be, which is 3. Okay, so that bug is fixed. This isn't done. This is done. Alright, I'm glad, because we've actually made a decent bit of progress there in that we've actually fixed a number of bugs, which should make the rest of this task all the more simpler, for lack of a better phrase or word. So if we were to log out and log back in again, I need to check. Yeah, we're never removing this. So when we set dual opponent, gonna get rid of that. Attack dual opponent, attack dual opponent, attack dual opponent, attack dual opponent. It's all about attack. Yeah, so when we emit show dual screen, which it looks to be in a couple of places. Yeah, see, we're not allowing... That's very weird. I wonder if it's that different file here. Nope. Here. Set card for op. False. False. That, I believe, is where we are doing this wrongly. I'm getting every single window mixed up. And now I can't spell the word test, which I have to type 3 times when I log in. Beautiful. There we go. Boom. Another bug bites the dust. And another 17 are created. Probably. Okay, so that's all of the issues that I have spotted so far fixed, I believe. So, I think the next thing to do let's test that the spell works as intended. So we need to build up enough souls to use it. Okay, yeah, there's a definite issue with the amount of spells, apparently. Who knew? This one's going to use one. This one's not. So this guy should stay on 57. This is good. This is good. This is good. Right, so no opponents are being healed here. Now, the thing that I wanted to check, if we end our actions phase and our stances, is what happens if we end actions phase here and we use one of these here. Good, it is healing us for exactly 3. Alright, I believe I'm going to mark down Myth and Haven's Light in green on my spreadsheet. They're done. They are implemented, and I believe that I have tested them as best I can right now to be what they're meant to be. Do we... I haven't got any myths in hand, have I? No! Yeah, we just don't show at the moment that they're aspect minions, so I do need to add that as a thing to do. So... we need to show on a card what minion type they are, i.e. aspect, etc. And this is going to have 2 parts to it, which is on board and in hand. Okay, yeah. Right, that then is there. That then is there. Okay, I am happy, I guess. So, what I also wanted to do here... Right, this is the numbers. This is the numbers. These are the numbers that we're running into. So 17 to 11. It feels a lot more than 17 to 11. Like when we've got 6 or 7 cards in hand, although I suppose... No, okay. No, so this is probably correct, to be honest. Yeah, no, this is probably about right. Okay. The next thing that we should do then is attempt to implement Haven's Strike. I almost want to put a note here that this one's done. But I guess it being done on my spreadsheet is what matters. So, Haven's Light costs 2. Good, it's a spell. It has a target. Okay, so it is a targeted spell. How do I reference that it... Oh, I am looking at the wrong one. Haven's Strike. 3 souls. Oh dear. It's been a long day. Okay. Deal 1 damage to a target for each soul you have. That's not good England's. So deal 1 damage to target creature, character even. Difference. There is one. For each soul you control. So this is going to do what? Let's just double check here. So find Haven's Strike, I believe it is. So we're going to do deal damage, target, use.sorcerer.souls is the amount of damage that we're going to do. Game user op. Now one thing that I want to check here as well, so we're going to test this guy out. I might beef up my souls a little bit as well, so that I can check this properly. Yeah, this should just be all. Yeah, because it's characters. Okay. I think I can close those. So I need to go down here. And here we need to do 18. So let's find out. Oh, wrong thing. Okay, I went temporarily stupid a long time ago. I thought this was a bug then. I was like, wait, why's this guy got all myths? No, this is fine. I forgot to add souls. Open server socket handler. Boop. Boop, boopity, boop, boop. Souls, let's just set it to 10. Just because that's a nice easy number to check out. Do, 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 do. Okay. Good, good. Let's play a myth here on this side. So I want to do this to them. Now this should do 7 damage. So this one should go down to 52. 49. Which means it done 10 damage. Despite them having lost souls. So actually what we should do here then, because this was a bug that was never picked up, is find Haven's Strike, and we should do -3. Now what I should also do here is just write a note, if changed. The -3 is because that is the cost of the card. If we change the cost of the card, this will need changing to. Okay. Yeah, that's fine then. So let's refresh both of these. Come back to reality. This is why I wanted to start with 10 souls, because it was easier. $53, good. That works. End actions. Now we want to do myth and myth. Now this is going to be interesting. Although it doesn't actually matter here. Okay, let's do this. Hit him in the face. End this. This guy now has 4 souls. So if he uses this on the myth, he should only do 1 damage, right? Yeah. Yeah. My paradox... the paradox in my head shouldn't ever come to fruition. Yeah. Because the paradox in my head was, what happens if it kills the cluster minion? What damage does it deal? The answer is, it doesn't matter because it's killed the cluster minion, so it shouldn't actually matter whether it goes to a negative or a 0. Because it never actually accomplishes a negative or a 0. So that is working as intended. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Alright, that's another card that I can now mark down as green. We have fixed it. Okay, resurrect. Resurrect. This one's going to be a little bit more tricky of a contestant. So, what we're going to do... Resurrect, where are you? Here. So cost is 4. Okay, no target, which is true. Slow. Now this is a new mechanic, so we're just going to do slow. Put the top minion from your void back onto the onto the board. Put the top minion from your void. Let's do this then. Put the creature on top of your void. At the top of your void, I guess. Put the creature at the top of your void back onto the board. So this does none. Now it's actually in the card effect here that things get interesting. So if this happens here and this is here, so that's good, we are double checking that. We're going to the last place and we're pushing it back to the board. Okay. So the other thing that we need to do is check that slow spells work. Add slow spells. So that they happen second. Now, user.board.push this. Yeah, so it's going to be returned with its original stat line. Do we need to write that on the card? We could do. There we go, that will work. So this should then work. Now the only thing that I need to do is ensure that this slow effect works. So if we do find action phase action, yep, here. Right, what we need to do, right, so if the position of action is not equal to null, okay. Yes, so this becomes an issue. How do we check this then? So I'm thinking we might have to put this all into a function. Because at the moment we're just doing the second user to ready ups first. And what the intention is to do is to not have that. So I think this is in a refactoring, really. I should do this. The above should be done in the refactoring cycle, where we make sure that the spells played are, what's the word? Done in a random order, so that then we will have references to the functions which we can use and access from slow effects. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. That's on the to-do list. So we're going to leave this one as yellow here, because we need to do this. Now what we also need to do over here, which I almost forgot, is we need to say if user.board in the position user.board.length -1 dot effect, and its effect type is an entry. Then we do this effect. Game user op null. Okay. Because it's entering the board again. Good. Okay. What else have we got here then? Empowered soul. Empowered soul is correct, actually. So empowered soul is 1 cost. No particular thing here. Oh, actually, yeah, because it is a target spell. Give a yeah. Okay, so this is both board null. That's good. So give target creature +1/+1 and cluster 1. So buff target this by 1, add cluster 1, 1. I guess we just have to test that one then. We didn't test resurrect, so let's test resurrect, because I almost forgot. Okay, so it does nothing if you have nothing, which is good. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, it doesn't actually matter. Oh, yeah, it does. Damn it. End actions. Attack with these two, block with these two. Actually... Oh, I can't block the same minion. That makes sense. So we've both got nothing in our void. End actions. Block, block, block. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay. So, having just checked, we should be adding a cluster effect to these guys. So yeah, these, without checking, I don't know. But they're not changing the text, which tells me that something isn't going right here. So, we're doing add cluster. So if the minion.effect type exists, so let's just check that that's true. Do these have an effect type? Effect type is here, before effect, and they should have cluster, the myth. Yeah, cluster 1. Therefore, this effect should trigger here, but it doesn't. So let's do a console.log had no cluster, and let's copy that. Welcome to everyone, by the way. So many people in here today. It's awesome. Thank you all for popping in. Cluster index is equal to minion.effect type.index of the string cluster. I guess this is the main thing that we need to do. And then here we'll just stick another else and say console.log. This hopefully isn't hit. Oh, I broke something. Okay. Oops. That might be our Tesco's shopping. Anyway, let's get back to what we had in hand. Do this. Do this. Okay, oops. So this bit was hit, which is good. It just isn't changing. So the description is probably the issue. Oh. I get it. So the issue is that we're actually adding the string amount rather than the previous amount plus the new amount. Okay. So oh, Jesus. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah. You up following before? That's weird. I thought you followed it like months and months ago. Thank you for the follow anyway. Much appreciated. I was only following you on Twitter. Oh, okay. I didn't realise. Okay. Yeah, that scared me. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. 7 away from 100. Ooh. What do we do at 100 followers? I don't know. Try and get 101, I guess. So let cluster amount equal so I won't miss you if what it is down. Sweet. Yeah. Hopefully that's no longer an issue. How's the day going? So what I need to do is I need to do a toString. No. We need to pass an int of the minion.effect type dot substring between cluster index, no, cluster end -1 and cluster end. And then we want to say let new amount equal cluster amount plus amount. And then we can put this in here and here, I think. Though I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll find out. Oh. I want to just double check that that did. Restart the server there. Okay, let's have a see. Would have been nice if I had have... Never mind. Nan! No, not Nan. That's not what I wanted. So that means that this isn't the correct thing then, so I believe this should therefore be cluster end and cluster end +1. I could very easily check this, but I'm being lazy. Okay. I've missed the beautiful blue abyss of this game. It has to be said. Boom! Now we just need to double check that it does actually give us cluster 2, I suppose. So let's end actions, attack, block. Okay. Myth. 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 Right. So this user blocking. Okay, let's just... Right. So Wes should end up with 13 plus 1 from here, which is 14. 15, 16, I believe. No, 17. Yeah, because they get 4. So Wes with 17, and then this user with 1, 2, 3, 4. So with 16. 1 less than that. Because I think I screwed up with the cluster thing. I was adding... Yeah. If a minion's got cluster, we don't add it. Right, yep, so that was actually correct, and I'm just being forgetful. Okay. I think Let's check. So let's buff this guy. End actions phase. So if I'm right, both users should get one one soul here, so 16 each. Yeah, okay, we're right. Good. I do just want to also triple check that that should be the case. Just messaging the designer to triple check that I am correct there, but I think I am. And Empowered Soul, therefore, is working as intended. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. So, Empowered Soul, green. Yay! Okay, so now we've got Shards of the Gods. Alright, Shards of the Gods. Which should be down here somewhere. Shards of the Gods, spell 3 cost, good. Shards of the Gods. Give all... Right. So this should now say, give all friendly aspect creatures +2 attack. Okay, I've had this wrong. Apparently cluster 1 should give 2 souls. Okay. Right, so we need to find... handle souls. Well, actually, I need to find cluster, don't I? So actually it's the, yeah, why isn't that triggering? Cluster effects, and then we say to handle souls. So why aren't we adding souls? Or are we? I'm a little bit lost. So I'm trying to work out whether it's the cluster effect that's not working. Just realised why. Just realised why. I think we had 16 souls, which is bigger than 12. News, I know. So okay, the dogs are going to bark for a bit, so I'll mute, but I'll work. Alright, the dogs seem to have stopped. We actually had Shards of the Gods working as intended already, so that's pretty nice. We might just have to do a triple check on it to double check, or to triple check. We're doing things 100%, which we can check with the next card that we're going to work on. See that? Seamless transition, basically a professional. It's not Suncliff Shard, it is Suncliff Keeper. So we've got a 4/2/2. Indeed, it's a post entrance, which is perfectly correct. So entry, summon 2 1/1 Suncliff Sentinels. Okay. Entry. I don't want to use these breaks anymore. I don't like it. So now we'll just do entry, summon 2 1/1 Suncliff Sentinels. And if we go over here, find Suncliff Keeper, we should be summoning 2 of these guys. So if we go over here and we change this number here to 12, there's one thing I do want to do, and that is check if Suncliff Sentinels are supposed to be aspects. Okay, because I'm not 100% sure. Alright, and now we should see. Here you go, Suncliff's Keepers. Entry, summon 2 1/1 Suncliff Sentinels. So this is the boring bit, we just have to click through all of this. Actually, I could also bug check the Shards of the Gods. Yep, cool. Just wanted to double check that it didn't cause an error if putting it onto an empty board. Excellent. So that seems to work just fine. Do Shards of the Gods work? No. Good. Perfect. Done. Suncliff Keeper, you are done, my friend. Okay. It's getting exciting. It's getting really exciting. Man, this is going pretty well. Touch wood. So Stone Shaper. Stone Shaper. Something something aspect. 6/3/3. It is still a 6/3/3. Entry, draw a card for each Suncliff Sentinel you control. Yes. Draw a card for each Suncliff Sentinel you control. I don't want you control. I want on your board. Board shouldn't have a capital B. I'm just trying to be as concise as possible and make sure that everything is very, very similar. So board doesn't have a capital B, for example. In fact, we did do it there, so I'm going to not do it here. Okay, so board doesn't get a capital B. Got it. Right. So, oh, where is he? Stone Shaper. Right? That's what he was called. Yeah, Stone Shaper. Find Stone Shaper. Oh, he's here. Okay. And what we're doing is let Sentinel count equals 0 for the user board length. If it is a Suncliff Sentinel, we add Sentinel count. And if Sentinel count is bigger than 0, then we draw cards. Aha! I knew there'd be one like this. And so if we say check our draw cards function, not worrying about this for now, we need a user and a number. Sweet. Okay, so find Stone Shaper. Okay. Yes, we just need a user and a number, so therefore we should be able to do this. Now the thing is, okay, well let's do one thing first, one at a time. We'll do 13 here and refresh both of these, restart the server, just do a quick refresh again. So we'll test without any Suncliff Sentinels, all the S's, and we're going to do this for a while. This is why I set the term previously to 6, because this can be a pain in the butt when you're trying to get stuff done. Okay, Stone Shaper, not the hardest minion to duel. And we've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 cards in hand. Okay, so entry. So we didn't draw a card, which is good. Now I also wanted to double check here at the end of this turn. 3, 6, 9, 12. So, oh no, we didn't. No, we didn't. We did. There's a bug. We're drawing too many cards. Okay, so find, draw. Well, this would be why. Oh, no, no, it's not. Never mind. Draw cards. Okay. So what we need to do then is we need to now check on each of these if user.hands.length is bigger than or equal to 12, return. Because what's happening is we're then going to, we're passing this check because the number goes from 11 to 13 there, and that should fix that issue. Done. That was actually a much easier fix than I feared it might have been. Done. Sweet. Okay, now the way that we need to test this. So if I is divisible by 2, then we're going to do this. Else we're going to do this. Okay, so let's refresh, and then we should have a mixture of both of those minions in the decks, hopefully. Nope. New card is not defined because we've got them in the if statement. Okay, yes, so we've got them both in our decks. So, if you're wondering why I'm doing this now, it is because I want to ensure that we have a hand that is... I needed to... do this. There we go. So we may overdraw here, but that's fine. It basically just shows me that this is working, because we now have... I need to make sure that we actually had enough here, enough room on the board, that is. Cannot read length of undefined. In card effects. Oh. Oh, okay, I see why that's happened. Because in Stone Shaper, we have the string user. And instead we want to pass this object user. So, yeah. Annoyingly, now we have to check all of that again. The life of a developer. Sitting slowly, patiently waiting to see if all your bugs have been fixed. I could have just set turn num to 4 here and that would have made my life a bit easier, but apparently I'm not about that easy life. Yeah, let's take on a couple more. Let's make sure we've got enough room on the board. Now we do this. And we have indeed drawn up to 12. So 3, 6, hang on, 3, 6, 9, 12. Boom. Done. So, Stone Shaper is complete. Oh, I really need to think. Yeah, I'm going to call the stream here because I've been live for just over 2 hours now. And I might do some work off stream. I don't know, but I also need to get some food. So, thank you all very much for watching once again. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. If you have, don't forget to hit follow. Until next time, which should be tomorrow, hopefully, I'll catch you then. Goodbye for now.